Alrighty guys, what is going on? It's Austin here, and today I got another video for you. And today we're doing the top 5 best looking games on the PlayStation 4. But before we get into my list, I just want to say, if you're a fan of my top 5 videos, make sure to check out my top 5 Vita videos I have. I'm just going to put this in the playlist after it goes up, because that's not just top 5 Vita stuff, it's just my whole top 5 series. It just so happened to be that I did them all on PS Vita. So that's going to start to balance out. I'm going to be doing a lot more PS4 top 5s than Vita now that I'm kind of making the jump from Vita to PS4. So anyway, if you want to check out the top 5 playlist, I'll have it in the top right. Just click the little icon up there. Or wait till the end of the video. In the last 20 seconds, I'll have an end screen that comes up, and you can just click the little picture of the playlist and it'll take you to it, and you can watch whatever videos you want. I recommend watching all of them, of course, but what can you do? And if you like the series, make sure to click a like on every video you watch, click subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you won't miss another top 5 video from me. But anyway, enough rambling, I'm getting sidetracked. Let's get into the video with our number 5 spot. We have Horizon Zero Dawn. Oh my god, is this thing a masterpiece? How it looks, the character models, I will say, in my opinion, I've seen better character models, but they're not bad. They're pretty good. They're damn good, if I'm being honest. And it's an open world game, and it's just a beautiful landscape throughout the whole game, like there's not really one area of the game where it's like, oh yeah, they definitely added this area last minute, or oh yeah, they definitely didn't put as much effort into this place. Like, no, it all just looks beautiful. And animal life, I guess you could call it, because they're kind of robots, but the models for them things, oh my god, they look so good. They look so realistic, and it's like, holy shit. The way they did it, it's just beautiful. Moving on to our number 4 spot, we have Batman Arkham Knight. I can tell you right now, the Arkham games are some of the most beautiful games ever. I will say Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, they haven't aged well, that's for sure. But for the time they were released, they were some damn good looking games. And Arkham Knight, like, we can just start off saying the bat suit. It looks so real. And throughout the game, how when you take damage or when you finish a certain amount of missions, you naturally take damage when you progress through the game. The bat suit will appear more damaged. And it's just so realistic how it has that effect, because past games, they've done that, but it's all kind of been the same. Like, oh, you had the rips in the cape, a few here and there. Oh, you had the scratches and cuts on the suit. But no, Arkham Knight, you have a full, like, bullet hole on the bat symbol. The cape is all types of fucked up. And you have all these cuts, not just a little bit. And even, like, around the mask is fucked up. The effects on just the bat suit is so advanced for a console game. It really needed to have its own little conversation. But just the open world aspect it has, the fact that Gotham City is like a whole bunch of islands connected, they really made sure, like, that was not just a shitty way to make it easier for them to make the city, because the city all around is beautiful. But even on the outskirts of this city, the water graphics they have is so insanely good, because a lot of games just have shitty water. It's just like, oh, this is a death barrier. Who cares? Let's just make it look like tiny waves. No, Arkham Knight really has really good water graphics, and they have the same thing with rain and puddles. It's just such a realistic looking city environment. For our number 3 spot, we have a new game that came out probably 2 weeks ago. And now that I said that, it gave away what game it is, but who cares? The surprise is gone. Detroit Become Human. Like I said with Arkham Knight and the water physics, early on in the game, there's a mission where it's raining. Okay, spoiler alert. It's not really a spoiler, but it's something in the game that you may not want me to talk about. And the robot you are, or the android, whatever you want to call it, has to protect the little girl from her father, and they run away, and it's raining. And it's so realistic looking how the rain is just, it sounds stupid, but the rain is so realistic looking when it hits the character models, and the girl is all like shivering and cold, and she really looks like she's soaking wet from the rain. It doesn't look like, oh, let's just darken everything about her and say she's soaked. it really looks like she's wet. That's what she said. But anyway, Detroit has probably the most beautiful character models I've seen. But I will say I didn't put it any higher on the list because it's a single player game. And games like that tend to have amazing looking graphics because that's really all they can do to kind of sell you on the game. Because they can only tell you so much about the story before they start giving away plot points. So they're just like, hey, look, cool story. Doesn't it look cute? And then you buy it. And I know that Arkham Knight is a single player game and so is Horizon, but Detroit is, I don't know the exact term, but it's one of the single player games where you kind of determine the outcome of it. And it's a very, like, I would say slow paced gameplay. So it's kind of just you left alone with the graphics for a while until something intense happens. So I kind of feel like other games deserve the higher spot for better looking because they have more going on than Detroit. With that being said, we have our number 2 spot, The Witcher 3. This game, beautiful. Nature, beautiful. The creepy sex, beautiful. Oh my god, were the character models realistic looking. Let's just say that. And the nature, oh my god, the trees, like the grass, the water. I know that sounds weird that I'm picking this stuff out, but very few games have like good looking grass effects or trees effects, like trees blowing in the wind. Very rarely do trees in games actually look like they're blowing in the wind. But The Witcher 3 really made sure that its giant atmosphere all looked great, kind of like Horizon. But The Witcher 3 atmosphere took what Horizon was and just injected it with steroids, and it's just 10 times better. So coming in at our number 1 spot, it's a PlayStation exclusive, just like Detroit. We have Uncharted 4. This game, the characters, how they look, their hair, oh my god. When I said Detroit had the most realistic character models, honestly, I say Uncharted 4 is tied with them or slightly under them. Because Uncharted 4, the hair on these people, the dirt that gets on them, like throughout the game, their skin, you can see the pores on their face when it's in a cutscene. That's insane. That's like real, like face to face conversation stuff. And this is a video game we're talking about. And the action scenes when Nathan Drake's hanging from a Jeep from a rope and he's getting dragged through the mud and there's mud flying everywhere, mud getting all over him. His clothes gets all muddy. They don't just get dark. He flies over, I wouldn't say fly, but he hangs from the Jeep over the side of the bridge right above the water. The water looks beautiful. And then later in the game, when he's driving the Jeep around basically just the landscape, like it's kind of the Witcher effect where like the landscape just looks so beautiful and realistic. It's just an amazing game. And then when he's in the boat and the storm's going, the water, oh my god, that's like the Arkham Knight effect, but it's 10 times better. I feel like Uncharted 4 is just the most beautiful all around game we've seen ever on PlayStation. If you agree, tell me down below. If you disagree, make sure to tell me your top 5. Make sure to click like, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next top 5. Peace out.